I was never very good at school with humanities, anything which was more a matter of opinion. When you're concentrating hard, hours can fly by, and it's just you and a math problem. I enjoy a good meal, a good vacation, or a good movie, much as anyone else would. Most students who take math classes aren't going to be mathematicians. They're going to be engineers, statisticians in many ways. That's the more important mission of math education. A lot of the math that I do, it's not sort of premeditated. I talk online or with a colleague, and I get interested, and I just follow where it leads. My life is more than just my work. I am a husband and a father and a proud citizen of 2 countries, my homeland of Australia and my adopted country here in the United States. I remember having this vague idea that what mathematicians did was that some authority, someone, gave them problems to solve, and they just sort of solved them. When I was 7 or 8, whenever I was getting too rowdy at night, my parents would give me a maths workbook to work on to quiet me down. I often don't know what I'll be working on next year or a year from now. There is often a chance meeting, or something that I worked on 10 years ago suddenly becomes important again. Can you make fancy patterns of water that actually have some computation power? I'm betting that fluids are complex enough to do this. It was traditional to not actually cash the prizes that Erdos did award while he was alive. People usually framed the check instead. I think one nice thing about mathematics is that we don't really have one prize that dominates all the others, like the Nobel Prizes. What interests me is the connection between maths and the real world. The standard high school curriculum traditionally has been focused towards physics and engineering, so calculus, differential equations, and linear algebra have always been the most emphasized, and for good reason. These are very important. I don't have any magical ability. I look at a problem, play with it, work out a strategy. Talent is important, but how one develops and nurtures it is even more so. Math education has changed over the years. In the 19th century, they taught spherical trigonometry because one of the biggest applications of mathematics was navigating the ocean. This is no longer so relevant. You want to get to the top of the cliff, but that's not what you focus on immediately. You focus on the next ledge just beyond your reach, because you need to do one clever thing to get up there. And then, once you get there, you do it again. A lot of this is rather boring and not very glamorous, but you can't jump cliffs in a single bound. When I was growing up, I knew I wanted to be a mathematician, but I had no idea what that entailed. If there is something that I should know how to do but don't, it bugs me. I feel like I have to sit down and work out exactly what the problem is. It is very humbling to receive the Fields Medal. The words of a Fields medalist carry a lot of weight within mathematics, for instance, in framing future directions of research, which means that I have to watch what I say more carefully now.